Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you all are doing well. Long time no see. What's up? What's up? I've decided I need to change my look on the process of making videos, and I want to get to the point where I don't feel like I have to talk about it as much, you know? I want to get to the point where I don't feel like I need to talk about the process of making videos, editing them. I've been so focused on learning the editing process of videos that I feel like I've missed and skipped out on what making a video really means. I feel like I've bypassed that a bit. I think it's something that I should learn what my goal is for making videos. Have a fun time and hopefully share it with other people. Give people something to maybe smile about, laugh about, that sort of thing. That's kind of my goal. And I think for the most part, I've kind of lost sight of that. Whether it's chasing numbers, whether view numbers or smaller numbers in edit time, it's something that I need to stray away from. I need to not look at making a video as something to edit. I want to look at it as a bigger process, because editing is just a small part of making a video. Making a video is the whole thing. It's how you portray it to people. It's how they hear it.
Finally! It's been days!
It's what they're watching. It's so much more than just the piecing it together process, which I've learned a lot in how to do. It's just the rest of it. I need to learn how to have fun with making the video, not just editing it. I think that's something that I've kind of been missing. If I want to make a fun video, I should probably be, trying to have fun instead of stressing out over every little detail and thinking, oh, if I word this incorrectly, am I going to have to put in quote unquote more work later? Oh no, if I stop talking, this is a big one for me, if I stop talking, I'm failing. Somehow I've convinced myself that silence means something's wrong, which I mean, to some degree it can. Like, if I want to have a video involving speech, I should probably have speech in there, I mean, I did make that one Monster Hunter video where my audio didn't record, so I was like, oh, I'll just subtitle the whole thing. And that was fun. I do wish I had the audio for that, because, I don't know, that was a really fun recording session from what I remember, But alas, I can't change the past. I can only try to strive for a better future, one that gets me closer to hopefully where I want to be. One thing I suppose I will say, in my absence, I didn't just stop making videos. I haven't just been gone since Christmas. I did take a little bit of a winter break, I think that's healthy. I actually made a video for some friends. They didn't ask me to make it. It was just something I decided to do for fun. Editing that video taught me a lot. I learned a lot of stuff with better presentation, being able to make more fun, silly little joke edits in post. Editing is always going to be important to me, but I do need to learn how to not discuss it in videos. The video should be, hey, what's up? How's it going? Here's, what we're doing today, playing some Shinobi or whatever else I decide to record next. And just try to share a fun time with you guys. Talk about life, talk about silly stuff, just admire the coolness of whatever game I'm playing. I do think once I finally change my channel name to something that is easier to type, more coherent, and doesn't have AI in the name. No offense to people who have AI in their name. Like, I get it, some people are just like, oh, I like the character concept of AI or whatever. I'm not gonna judge people for that. But I do think my username's hard to type, and I think it's no longer who I want to be. My username is, to put it simply, just something I made up and modify it over the years. I'll probably still keep it for, Steam profiles, Nintendo accounts. I've been using it for years. But for my YouTube channel, I do want to change things. I want to have better branding that's like independent. I don't want to have to rely on other like IPs for the like channel art. I would like to have something that it's me, partly for legal reasons, like I won't lie, just because again I didn't use any of the art in my channel banner with permission, and I have a giant notice and they're saying, hey, I do not own this. Like, I did what I could with the knowledge I had at the time, but I want to change it. I want to make something more fitting. That is gonna probably require me to learn some better art skills. I've been trying to start. I might slide an image or two on the screen of like some silly little drawings I've made, you know, just trying to start, see where I'm at, mess around, have fun. That is my goal though. I want to get to the point where I can make art for my own channel. I've got ideas and like visions of sort of what I want. I just don't know what to call it. That's my biggest struggle right now. Like, I don't know what to name it. Anything that doesn't require a bunch of dots and dashes, anything that doesn't have those, ow, my ears, just smacked my headphones. But yeah, anything that doesn't require that should be a massive improvement overall, I think. Kind of want a bit of a water theme, a little bit, just a little bit. Even though I'm somewhat deathly afraid of the ocean. Somewhat half pretending, half not. I don't know. Anyways, I suppose I should get started. Anyways, yeah, let's get started with playing the game and continuing onwards. I know I have plenty of extra things I would like to talk about. Man, since mid-December since I booted this game up, so it's been about a month and a week. I really should stop doing this. Blue Shinobi costume for the water levels. Why not? Am I right? Well, let's get started with the fish market, and then I guess I'll talk about what I was doing a bit more. To the fish market. Maybe we can get some tilapia. It makes me a happier. Sorry.
ENE Corp relies a great deal on its maritime supply chain, particularly in the shipment of weapons. You'll find some of Ruse's armaments at a nearby port. Destroy them before they're shipped across the world.
Okay, attacking their supply chain, I see. ENE Corp is conducting some awfully fishy business near the docks. Fishy, you say? Oh, yo, hold up. I'm turning the volume up. I like these drums going on right now. Ooh, the strings? It's gonna be so hard for me to not to just admire the music. Oh, look at the birds. The birds. Look at them. There's more birds. Yo. Let's go. The light rays, the reflections. Ugh. This game's too good. I can't handle this. We got the splashing water in the background. Reminds me of Donkey Kong. Oh, yo, Shopman, what's up? Can I even buy anything? I'm gonna save up my cash and get some more health. I keep dying in this game. Yo, the little mice, let's go. I don't see any turtles nearby. I don't think we've quite gone that far for a franchise crossover. Yo, look at that pufferfish. He's just going, oh. We got pufferfish with a carrot video from a while back. Do you guys remember that? There were so many different memes and like things made based off of that. Like, my favorite meme of the pufferfish with the carrot was definitely the coconut mall, the coconut mall edit. Oh, it's LB. That's what it is. Swoosh. Swoosh. Okay. There was one point where I actually had the coconut mall thing as my alarm for getting up. Yes, that is weird. It was what I did, alright? There are worse choices I could have had for an alarm, I suppose. Thankfully, it didn't make me hate Coconut Mall as a song. I know if you set your alarm to the wrong thing, you can... Ow. Oh, that's a counter state? That's crazy. Remember when I said I need that health upgrade? Dang, they put me all the way back at the beginning. Editor, cut to the end. Take care. See y'all next time. Bye-bye. No, not that far to the end. I mean, like, to the end of where we were before. You know what, now that I'm reminiscing on memes of the past, I'm kind of curious. Was the pufferfish with the carrot, was that also 2018? Like the Ugandan Knuckles meme? Man, both of those I feel like were super popular at some point. Secret? Hey, let's go, we got a collectible. Okay, so from what I understand, purple means it's a hidden secret area. Non-purple means that's the way to go. So if I want to do some optional content, I need to keep that in mind. So while I've been away, I did mention this in me talking before starting the video. But yeah, I just made a video with some friends just playing the game Peak. I don't need to give an explanation on what Peak is. If you've been on the internet, you know what Peak is. Quite a fun game with friends. Solo? I don't think I enjoy it quite as much, I won't lie. But together with friends, you know, trying to work as a team to get to the top, it's a fun time. And last month, just a few days before Christmas, me and some friends played Peak. We figured, well, we all had time off in our schedules, we weren't really busy with anything necessarily, and Rilla was like, yo, why don't we try this? It was a really fun time. I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we did not make it to the top. I still have yet to be able to do that. I tried to make it to the top. I've tried several times. The other day, I tried to use the scout cannon glitch just to see. They put it back in the game, so can you really call it a glitch? I don't think you really can. Oh dear. But anyways, I tried to do that and it worked, which is hilarious. The game just like, boom, you're just gone. You light that cannon, you jump in there with a backpack and just straight to the end. Like, I didn't know the game even loaded the areas that fast. Like, I don't know how they do that. I didn't quite fully know what I was doing, so I didn't have a way to stop myself. I have a screenshot of the... Sorry, but was that the guy from... What's that Sega franchise? That looks like the... Shenmue. Was that the dude from Shenmue? I might have been seeing things. The jacket's similar, at least. Anyways, Peak. But yeah, that's one of the things I did in my absence. Yo, giant mech in the background. That looks awesome. Let's see. Since not having posted, New Year's is come and gone, and I don't set like New Year's goals necessarily. I don't call it a New Year's resolution, but I do have things that I try to change, you know? Like, I'm not just out here being like, nope, I want to do everything the exact same as last year. Although last year, it was a pretty chaotic year, I won't lie. But it was also pretty good as well. This year, though, there are definitely some big things I want to change. Things that I'm sure everyone wants to change. Fixing sleep schedule, being on the phone less, which I think I've been doing pretty good with, honestly. I've caved a little bit. I'm not gonna lie about that. I've had some days that are better, some days that are worse. Today was one of the better days. Went outside, did some things, you know, some errands to run. However, one thing I've been doing, which has been kind of nice, is normally in the mornings, I have a tendency to want to just get on my phone right away. Look at notifications, see if I've got any important texts or anything, which I don't think there's anything, you know, wrong with it inherently. However, I tend to have a bad habit of browsing YouTube for way too long. That is one thing that I've developed over the years. It's hard not to want to be involved in something, you know? It's only natural. But in my so doing, I have developed, you know, a bad habit of feeling like I've got to see what's the latest with this person and that person, and oh, did so-and-so upload, and like I'm not trying to stop myself from enjoying their stuff or anything. However, I do think it's healthy to kind of realize you don't actually, or at least for me, like I don't need to be constantly like on YouTube watching every little thing. Like I don't need to... Did I just miss the giant box that they were giving me as a reward? Time to go back. Where was I going with what I was saying? Oh yeah, I was taking too long to get to the point of what I wanted to say. So, I've decided to substitute my morning phone time, partially anyway, with playing the Super Nintendo for a little bit of time in the morning. Not a ton. Thankfully, we have an SNES Classic, and it's got save states and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I've been playing that. I haven't played some of the games on there in such a long time, and it's such a convenient little thing. You just plug it in, you boot up the TV, it's got groovy menu music. I love the thing. It's wonderful. And I feel like doing that has given me, you know, something like, okay, here's a little something for yourself in the morning, and then go off the rest of your day, do your chores, do your work, get projects done that need to get done, manage things, and I still got plenty of time to, you know, read books after working, stretch and do whatever. So it doesn't really eat into my time because I've just replaced YouTube in the morning anyways with that. And I think that's been beneficial. It's given me some time to, you know, think to myself, not just, all right, what's the internet got for me today, you know? Obviously, you should try to have a healthy relationship with video games. Don't like, you don't want to go overboard, you know, it's something that can be a real struggle for people, but I do think that this has been a fairly healthy habit, you know? This box is pushable. They torture me once again. It's gotten me to do things and spend more time doing things that I actually like, you know? Speaking of things that I actually like, I think, Mega Man X. I just finished playing that for the second time. The last time I played Mega Man X was like 8 years ago. Yeah, it's been a while. A very interesting game to me. I had a lot of fun with it, honestly. Like, I do believe Mega Man X is a good video game. My only thing, I guess, with the game is while playing it, half the time I couldn't decide if I felt the game was a fair challenge or not. Which is interesting. I usually don't think about the fairness of the game I'm playing too often. Something about some of these older games, though, it brings it out of me. I don't quite know why. Surprisingly, what the heck is this? What are these brains? It's completely diverted my attention. It was the last thing I expected. What the heck? Well, it's not a Shinobi game without aliens and weird, crazy science fiction, whatever the heck this is. These enemies are gross. Ugh. But anyways, because I played through the game once before, I sort of had some preconceived notions on the game. When I first played through the game, I played through the entire game with save states. This time, I only used it for save screens and the final boss, but I'll get to that. By only using it for the save screens, I feel I got a like authentic experience. And I think the hardest part of Mega Man X, gameplay wise, is probably the beginning. You have no dash move, which is like your main way of dodging attacks and like getting out of the way for the most part. I do not believe the game was designed with you beating it without the dash. You have all these levels you can choose from, no indication on their difficulty, which one is the best to start with. The game just kind of gives you several levels that are all of varying difficulty, but like, I don't know, if you try your hardest, maybe you might be able to get through any of them. I don't know. I've never tried. New items. Rising Strike. What's this? Super Kick. What's this? Health upgrade. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting the health upgrade. Yeah, I think just figuring out what level is easiest to go through first, at least per individual who plays the game, is kind of like the one thing that's a little unique, I guess, about Mega Man X. I'm not going to say it's a bad system. I don't think that's really for me to say, because I think I would need to play like one of the other Mega Man games, like X2, X3, etc., Like, I feel like I would need to actually play more Mega Man games to see how I actually feel about it, if I don't mind the system or not. Because, I mean, it works, you know? You just kind of go through the game. You hope that you pick the boss fight that will take the most damage from whatever weapon you just collected. You don't really have any way of knowing. You can sort of just choose whichever, and if it's the wrong one, oh well, just replay through the level, I guess. As long as you don't find yourself dying over and over again. And even if you do, because the game's password system, as long as you save beforehand, you really don't gotta worry about anything. So, it's an interesting game, you know, like design philosophy-wise. A very fun game, gameplay-wise. The music, it's a Capcom game, bro. I don't think I even need to really say. The music's great. It's just good. Like, there's nothing really significant to say about it, I suppose, other than I was jamming out to the OST like the whole time. Strange key with the Neo Zed logo on it. Isn't Zed the aliens? Huh. The plot thickens. Once I got past Chill Penguin stage, which was the first level I opted for beating, once I got past that and I got the dash, the game became significantly easier. And once I acknowledged that I don't need to be like saving the game if I die on a level, because then I'm just not using 1-ups. Finding ways to not waste 1-ups. Like, once I kind of figured that out, all of a sudden there was really no stress of if I can't make it to the end of a level or not. Yeah, once I got to Chill Penguin, I beat that. Oh, there's a thing down here. Huh. The rest of the game, you know, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Like, I was having a great time finding all the upgrades and trying to... I don't know if I got all the health upgrades or not. I got a lot of them. If there was one area that I missed, it was probably flame mammoths or whatever, or whichever one's the stage where like there's like those blocks that you can break with either headbutting them or like wall jumping on them. I don't know if you're supposed to do Storm Eagle stage first to get to the area I'm thinking of, or what the deal was. But yeah, if there was an upgrade there, that's the only one I probably missed. But yeah, you can beat that whole game effectively save stateless without a ton of trouble if you just kind of plan things out, which I think is kind of what made me, like, I don't know, like, is that really unfair? You just have to think about when you save, as opposed to just go all willy-nilly and gung-ho, not worrying about stuff. I don't know. Different design philosophy from a different area, I suppose. But yeah, and then the only other part of the game that was the only part of the game that I broke my save state rule was the final boss, and there's good reason for that. The final boss is something to behold. I will put it like that. Yeah, the final boss of Mega Man X, they effectively give you infinite 1-ups. They just say, hey, here's a bunch of enemies you can grind. They are super easy. I got the maximum of 9 1-ups. Yeah, you heard me. Mega Man X only lets you have 9 1-ups. It feels like such an odd choice. I can't imagine why they specifically chose 9. Most other games I play, they cap it at like 99 or something, you know? And with all the stuff I just talked about with, you know, just planning your saves correctly, yeah, I really don't know. It was an interesting choice they made. It didn't really hinder the experience for me, just because I was playing where I could just make a save state for the final boss instead of having to grind all those enemies more times than I did before I thought about save stating. So again, I feel like I still got the authentic experience. I don't feel like I missed much. Didn't play it with any more challenge other than having to type out passwords, you know? Like, that's really it. So, the beginning and the end of the game, hardest parts of the game, that the 3-phase final boss where you have to just kind of figure out what the best way is to not lose all your health and use up all your E-tanks. That's yeah, that was really the biggest challenge there. Just trying to figure out how the heck you're supposed to do that final boss. Once I did it though, I was like, oh, I get it now. It actually makes sense. Like once I got it, it was like, okay, alright, this is difficult, and I would hate to not have a save state that just teleports me to the first phase of the final boss. I did not cheat. I did not save after each phase. Well, some people might look at what I did as cheating, I don't know. If you think having to level grind or level up grind before the boss fight is part of the experience, by all means do that. I'm not going to stop you. I personally felt like it would just be excess time that I'm spending doing something I've already done 3 times and didn't really need to do anymore. Did I do that damageless? Wow, I'm actually getting better. Shisui, replenish a massive amount of your health. I know what I'm equipping. Oh wait, it's one of your normal thingamajigs. Heck yes. I am so using that. It's amazing. I don't have to always die all the time or miss the fire attack every single time. Anywho, what was I even talking about with Mega Man X anymore? Yeah, overall, my impression I came out with playing Mega Man X was, I want to play the sequel. So I feel like my experience was pretty good. But yeah, because of my new morning routine and playing Mega Man X, I have already beaten 2 video games in this year. And I just barely started. Like, admittedly, one of the games I was intermittently playing through December. So it's not like I started them both in January. But technically not a Super Nintendo game. The other game that I went through is a fun little free game called Chex Quest. Yes, you heard me right. Like the brand Chex, like the cereal. I played through Chex Quest. I don't know how many people even know that there is a Chex Mix video game. But yeah, it's there. It's free. There's an HD remake of the game available on Steam for free. I don't know if it's on other platforms. I haven't checked, but I played through it, and I actually played through the whole thing with a mouse, with keyboard and mouse, which isn't really special to most people, I know, but I've actually only had a normal mouse since Christmas. I got a computer mouse as a gift, and it's amazing. I love it. It's awesome. Before, I was using a cheap Wacom bamboo tablet from 2016, I think it was 2016 when I checked the manual. For a cheap, I don't even think it was 20 bucks, drawing tablet. It did me good for the years I was using it. And it still works. Like, I still plan on using it, especially with trying to learn how to draw things. It doesn't have pressure sensitivity. It only has click, right click, and middle mouse button. It has no eraser button or anything like that. It's just kind of its own little thing. But I was originally just using that, nothing else. It worked for a while, but there are just some things that it's nice to just have a mouse. And now, with the way my setup is, I can switch between using the drawing tablet and the mouse seamlessly and not have to worry about the device's old drivers issue. To make a long story longer, because I keep talking, my drawing tablet from 2016 is not natively compatible with Windows 10, 11, 8 even. I think the last Windows version they list on there is Windows XP. Or maybe it was Windows 7, I don't know. But as much as they were to some people the better years of Windows, I don't have access to a machine with those, and even if I did, I don't think it would make my experience with the tablet all that different using the official drivers. Or at least not enough. Thankfully, there's open source software out there many times have I seen this screen today? Like 6. And I've died to that same enemy. Yeah, thankfully there is open source software out there like Open Tablet Driver, which is, you guessed it, open source driver for drawing tablets. It's got support for 1,000,000,001 different drawing tablets, and mine is on there. So I'm glad that software exists. My only problem with it is, like, yes, it's compatible, but as far as I can tell, only to some degree. I might need to watch a tutorial on using the app or something. I know I looked up like info on the software, but I feel like there wasn't a ton of documentation. But yeah, it's like it's good. It makes the tablet actually run with a higher DPI than like 5, I don't know. The tablet, like, if I use it without the drivers, it works just like a mouse. You hover the pen over the tablet and it just kind of, you know, it just works like a computer mouse, you know? You just drag the mouse over. It doesn't match the mouse position to the screen. Okay, game question. Why do they got the snake heads from the Oboro clan area in tubes? That implies they were not statues. How bizarre. Anyways. Ooh, fight room, okay. Oh, it's one of these. You gotta have these types of rooms in games. It's just, you know, it's just part of the experience. Oh, you wanted to play Tetris, did you? Type room. I did not pay attention enough there. Why'd they have to use the enemies that explode on death? But yeah, I don't know. Drawing tablet, it's cool. I like it. I'm glad that the driver helps, but the driver seems to only have the pinpoint on screen feature and not the work like a mouse feature that the tablet normally uses without the drivers. I would like the option to switch between them, because I don't know, I kind of just find it easier to use it like it's a mouse. That might not be optimal, maybe? I don't know. I'll get used to it, I'm sure, using it to pinpoint to the screen. But I will admit it would be kind of nice to have that the other way. Yeah, more armor breaking moves seems useful. I realized I did not finish talking about Chex Quest at all, and instead started rambling about my drawing tablet. Ah, well, subject for another day, I guess. I'm pretty sure the boss fight is up ahead. It's a checkpoint. Whoa. Sorry, I'm just taking in the scenery. Like, this scenery, like, screams like a completely different area where we were before. There's no water, no ocean, just destroyed boats, cargo everywhere on a vast beach. Wow. Hello to you too, Cthulhu. Octastar. What in the world? Oh dear, I should have been looking. This boss fight might be a little bit tougher than I imagined. Time to try this new heal ability. Yo, almost. Yo, that's full health. Uh-oh. Oh, this boss fight is getting kind of crazy with the attacks here now. Time to pay attention, I guess. This game just goes so many places. It's crazy. See, this is the kind of thing that I feel like, I don't know, some games are like afraid to include, you know? Like, we need more giant sea monsters in 2D platforming games. Like, I think if there's one thing that I was actually kind of disappointed about with the game Metroid Dread, which admittedly one of my favorite games. I love Metroid Dread. I've played through that thing so many times. The game has this like awesome atmospheric underwater area, and like you do fight like a sea creature at some point in the game, but you don't fight like any crazy like underwater creatures like while under the water. They're like prime form. If there was a game to make you want to dread the ocean, like that was it. And yet, I don't know, I feel like that was like the one thing I was a little disappointed with in that game. I was hoping for a little bit more. Now I know technically what I'm describing is almost this with Metroid Dread, almost, in the fact that this is above ground, it's not underwater. So maybe I'm being a little hypocritical. Ow. This thing's just closer to what I was expecting for that, I guess. I didn't go into the training room before playing the game today, so I'm kind of just, okay, second phase? Second phase, yeah. Dodge this. Dodge this. Dodge that, okay. I'm kind of curious now. Is the submarine level going to be underwater, like an underwater facility? Similar to Shinobi 3DS? If so, are we going to fight a giant shark? Are they going to do round 2 of giant megalodon shark fight? They could. Throwing all this stuff at me. Okay. Bro is really angry at that one spot on the ground. Yeah, we just barely got away with that. 2, 3. Oof, that was close. 1 crate, 2 crate, 3 crate, 4. 5 crate. Can we get a 6, 7 and more? No? Okay. Oh, I didn't get the Shinobi execution. I didn't know you could actually fail that. Oh, that's too bad. Oh well, boss fight is down. Yes, additional min post cell. I was complaining about that earlier. But hey, that was the fish market. That was a fun level. I know I was yapping through most of it just because, you know, just trying to, you know, enjoy myself, you know, talk, relax, have fun. But I really did enjoy that level. That fun music, the boss fight at the end was cool, the level progression was nice, even if I did keep falling off. The enemies were challenging. They threw lots of tough ones at you, and I don't know, I had fun with that. I thought that was a good level. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. I know I didn't finish some subjects, but I can leave them for other days. I suppose if you've played any Mega Man games, whether it be regular Mega Man or Mega Man X, which one's your favorite? Thoughts on drawing tablets versus mice? No OSU players use them. And some people have made videos on like using a drawing tablet for FPS games. Like, I don't know, there's a community out there for it. Yeah, there's that. There's I don't know, what did you do for New Year's? Did you have festivities and food and snacks? Hope y'all had a good Christmas. Yeah, just if you decide you want to comment, I don't know, talk about whatever, I guess. Just be respectful to people and, you know, chill out, have a good time. Anyways, that is, I believe, enough from me. Next time, we will go through the submarine base and see what the game has in store for us. I'm liking this aquatic theme they got going on for the next level and the next bonus area too, it looks like. I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of this game. It's great. I love it. See y'all again sometime soon. Hopefully I come up with a better name for my YouTube channel that I'm happy with. Get better at art. If you got any directions in getting better at art, love to hear it, I guess. You know? Anything to help improve, right? And my voice is dying. I need to stop talking for a bit, so take care. See y'all next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.